In this video, I'm going to show you how to use an inclinometer to take the height of a tree. So the first thing we're going to do is put this cord around your neck because it's a sensitive instrument. You don't want to drop it on the ground or hit it against something. Inclinometer is used in construction, survey, and forestry, and in this case we're going to be using it to measure the height of a tree. This is a little rather arbitrary, but in this class we just want to teach you some ecology field methods. This is what we would actually teach you during Lab 6. So, inclinometer right here, you can pick it up at most hardware stores. It's got a little peephole here which looks inside to a scale. It doesn't look through the device, it only looks inside on that scale. And the scale has a bubble at the top that keeps that oriented, always pointing up, such that you can turn the device up and down. So as you're looking through it like this, the device will move up and down, but that scale will always stay oriented in a way that you can look at what the measurement is. So it's got two different measures for measuring the angle to that tree. So that's what we're doing, is you first walk the distance from the tree, a certain number of paces, and that will get you your set distance. You know that distance, so you know one side of this right triangle we're trying to make. And then you take the angle, and there are two options for that. There's degrees and percent slope. Today we're using percent slope. And then using trigonometry, you can calculate the height of that tree. There are two different angles I actually need to give you today, so keep that in mind. When you're actually using this device, you need to keep both eyes open. So when you're looking at the top of a tree, keep one eye kind of focused on where the top of that actual tree is, and then the other eye is going to be looking into the device itself and making sure that line is staying steady. You line up the line with the scales on the inside, make sure it's steady, get as accurate a reading as possible, and pull it off of, in this case, the right side, which is percent slope, and that will give you your measurement for the upper angle. And then what you also need to do is get the angle at the bottom of the tree. And the reason for that, and it'll be negative by the way, so the top one will be positive, the bottom one will be negative. You need to get both because a human has a height. So if you're on perfectly level ground, you could simply add up the height, your exact height, with the height that you calculate from the top triangle. However, in most cases we're not on perfectly level ground, so what we need to do is take both angles and then add them together, and you will get the height of your tree. So here we are in a different location. I'm going to show you what the inclinometer is going to look at with the actual ponderosa pine tree we're going to sample. So we're going to get an angle from the base of the tree here, and we're going to get an angle from the very tip top of the tree up here. I showed you how to use the inclinometer. Now I'm going to give you the angles so that you can actually calculate the height of a tree using that equation you just saw, okay? So let's start with the top angle, the top part of the triangle, and this will be positive. So remember, it's percent slope. I'm going to look through the inclinometer, line it up with the top of the tree, and our percent slope for the top angle is 93%. I'm going to look at the base of the tree and line the line up with the base of the tree, and this angle is negative, okay? This is negative percent slope, and this shows negative 5%. Now that's all you need to use an inclinometer to calculate the height of a tree in ecology.